I'm Cesar Falcon.
I'm Jenna Morris.
I'm Jose Gomez.
And I'm Julie Stivers. Welcome to 5 Foundations for Building Inclusive Libraries, or the Lib 5.
Today we're going to talk about who we are and why we're here.
The process we went through and the 5 foundations, then we'll wrap it up.
I'm Jose Gomez, and I am from Mexico. I love games like Fortnite. Tupac inspires me to be a poet like him. My goal is to become an EMS or a cardiologist because I love helping people and I love my family.
Hello, I'm Cesar. My friends call me Little Season. My favorite games are Fortnite and GTA 5. I am in kindergarten. I'm just kidding, but I am an 8th grader, and this is my first year at Mount Vernon. It is a good school, the staff are friendly, and they help you with your grades. Miss Stivers is the best librarian and the mom I never had. I am going to be devastated when I have to leave.
My name is Jenna Morris. I'm in the 8th grade. I love activism and standing for what I believe in. I play these big pictures because they help you grow and push you forward in everything you do. They all contain very positive messages that sometimes we all need to hear in order to move ourselves forward in life. I love portraying a positive message to others.
Who else are we? We are here representing our classmates today.
So why are we here today? Well, we love this quote. I was made for the library, not the classroom. The classroom was a jail for the people's uninterest. The library was open, unending, free. But we know from the research that students of color do not always feel this way at their school libraries.
For example, in Dr. Kafi Kumasi's research, she found that students of color, students like me, felt outsiders in their libraries, and that it seemed like a place that was owned only by the librarian.
In addition to Dr. Kumasi's research, we also use this idea as a foundation for thinking about librarians and students of color. Research shows that for youth of color, positive racial identity leads to academic success. Isn't that awesome? Let me say that again. Positive racial identity, feeling good about being black, brown, Mexican, can help students do well in school. Isn't that awesome?
It is awesome. I'm going to talk real quickly about the process. This is based on an initiative from the Blue Ribbon Mentors called the Student 6. The Student 6 is a student-led professional development for educators containing 6 culturally relevant strategies for teachers to better connect to their students of color. I've seen the Student 6 present several times with Teresa Bunner, and each time it was in a group of school librarians. And a question always came up, and it was, well, what about your school libraries? What kind of experiences did you have there? And the answers were really lukewarm at best, which was heartbreaking. And I thought, someone really needs to do this for school libraries. And then I thought, well, maybe we need to do this for school libraries, because at our alternative school, we are unique. Our gorgeous students have been at multiple schools, and they come to Mount Vernon and they rewrite their school stories into ones of success and empowerment. So they can use that experience and knowledge that they have, right, to help libraries everywhere be more culturally relevant. So this is what led us here today. Real quick, I want to say this is not going to be me talking about my library. I know everyone watching this, right, could get 3 beautiful students to stand up here and talk about how awesome they are and how beautiful their library is. That's not what this is. We're focusing on the collection and our experiences and what we do. Cesar wants me to skip over that part, but I'm not going to.
I'll skip.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about the process of our work. We started by looking at the representations in books today. Our making of this training was based on real data. Then we learned more about the Student 6. We read about the 6 strategies, and we watched videos of some of the student trainers talking about their experiences.
Then we started doing our own research. Ms. Stivers called it action-based research. We did library walks. We thought about how different parts of the library and the books made us feel. We thought about the libraries at our base school. We thought about our experiences there.
We wrote about what we found, then we brainstormed on what makes a library feel welcoming. Miss Stivers wouldn't let us focus on her. She made us think about the library, the books, the lessons, the way the library was set up, even the displays. You can see all of the displays behind you. Together with Miss Stivers, we came up with 11 ideas for what we think libraries and librarians need to do to be welcoming to all their students. We were especially thinking about students of color because we are experts on that. We're talking about this really fast, but this took us all a very long time. We talked to the other students too, and Miss Stivers recorded them talking about their issues. We thought 11 was too many and that we could combine some of them, and then we also ranked them. This took a long time too. We each had ones we fought for.
We decided that 5 was the perfect number. These are 5 biggest ways to make a library feel welcoming and be welcoming. 5 foundations to make libraries inclusive. We are going to talk about each one in more detail.
See me, listen to me.
Show me on your shelves and walls. Read this book yourself.
Graphic novels and manga are not extra.
Show the joy in our stories.
Make the library sorting free zone.
This list may seem obvious, but it's very powerful. See me, listen to me. Greet us, be excited to see us. At my last school, no one ever smiled at me when I came in the library. Learn our names, say them correctly, find out what we're interested in. We have things to say in the classroom, there might not be time. Please let us tell you things. This quote from Pedro Naguera shows this foundation too. For voice to be meaningful, there must be those willing to listen. We have a short video for you.
See me.
See me, Alex Rodriguez. My favorite thing is cars.
See me. Just see me.
See me.
See me, I'm upside down.
See me, I'm Saeed, and I like to do graffiti, I like tagging, and I'm into JDM cars.
See me, I love Marvel.
See me, I love Black Panther.
Because people don't see me. Now they do. I'm an immigrant.
Hi, I'm Dustin. I love poetry. See me.
See me, know I'm a person.
When I was in 7th grade, I was looking for a book to check out. And the librarian walked up to me and said, "Son, the books for you are over there." And the books he was pointing at were easy books for 1st and 3rd graders. And most of the books were in Spanish. He didn't know anything about me. I left the library mad. I wanted to tell him just because I am Mexican doesn't mean I can't speak English and read. Please don't discriminate your students for how they look.
Show me on the shelves and walls. Read those books yourself. I need to feel wanted, welcomed, and seen. This is not possible if I don't see myself in the library displays on those shelves. I want to talk to you about the books that have characters that share my interests and experiences. I don't want you to only have diverse books. I want to talk about them with you. One day in the library a couple years ago, I saw a book I was so interested in. It was a really big book. I'm gonna check it out, and the librarian said the book is too big for you. I don't think you can read it. I read the first page out loud to prove that I could, and then I left the library without getting that book. I can see myself all over the books in the library. I love these covers because they are so beautiful. Diverse books are valuable and helpful for all students. They help students academically and socially.
Graphic novels plus manga are not extra. Please understand how much I love these books. They are not less important than other books. Reading equals reading, and we want shelves and shelves of these books in our school libraries. They are more than gateway books. They are books, period. Get them in the classroom so they are used during lessons. I love Dogman. The best book. Jose. Dogman Paul. These are books that we did in social studies. We read about this and learn a lot from. I learned that slavery in here was bad, and it was a pretty good book. And I learned a lot of social studies.
I learned that she hit her head when she was younger, like the
Well,
rock
you
or
learned some
something.
stuff from that.
Did we learned amazing things about Harriet Tubman? Because the cool thing is not only having them on your
And
shelves
that her
in the
husband cheated on her.
library.
Oh yeah.
She did. So what did she do?
She
cheated
didn't
on-
care. She just like left him.
She left him. She was just her own woman.
She was
right?
a brave woman. She kept on going back to save her family, other people. She didn't care. And she intimidated people with a gun.
And did you like reading this book in social
Yes.
studies class?
I finished
It was
the book.
great.
Right. And in
I didn't
seventh,
quite finish it. I had like one page left, but I was busy doing my work because I wasn't here.
you were
one
busy
day.
doing your work. We need to read that last page.
Yeah.
We'll do it. We'll get it done today. In 7th grade social studies, we use this book, Treaties, Trenches, Mud and Blood, and this is a great way to get graphic novels in front of our students to use them in the curriculum.
And
Cesar
in
has
8th
two
grade
more.
language arts, we read these books, and I liked it because it was mostly. This still remind me about El Chavo, and I miss him. He died. And total about space, science. How's about more? Can you help me
And it
out?
brings
I would
interesting
love to help you
characters
out.
in
Help me
there.
out with
They
that.
do have interesting characters, and there's Spanish in it too.
Yeah.
And they integrate the Spanish
Funny.
so well. It's funny, and it's science. There's even glossary of science at the back. We did this in language arts last year, but next year, because we're not going to have as much freedom in our language arts text, we're going to do these in science classes. This slide here just has some of the research facts about graphic novels to use, just in case there's people at your school who are resistant to using graphic novels in their curriculum. We know that graphic novels strengthen multiple literacies. They teach decoding and comprehension strategies. Research has shown that graphic novels have up to 20% more complex vocabulary than text-only books. In this last bullet here, male teen readers who were encouraged to read graphic novels reported more self-confidence with reading and were motivated to read more frequently. I mean, when we hear that bullet, why wouldn't we have shelves and shelves of these books in our library?
We should.
We should.
Show the joy in our stories. Black people look good. We just exercised in the beginning of the year, and I was writing down things by my library that I liked. This was the first thing I wrote. I wrote it because I could look around and see covers that didn't just show black people dealing with slavery or civil rights, but just beautiful covers with black people living happy lives. I like books of youth, of color, just having adventures in the present day and in the future. They not only include books that are focused on struggle, when children joy and happiness in normal lives of youth of color and books are showing the joy and happiness of me. These are books from Vernon that I've read and demonstrate this idea for me.
Make the library a sorting-free zone. We get sorted in school all day by grades, how smart our teachers think we are, even by how we dress and look. Don't sort me in the library. Please think about sorting at your book fairs. Let's hear what some of my classmates have to say.
I always felt like the librarian at my old school gave me and my friends this look when we walked in, like this evil kind of stare. Like she had already decided something about us.
This one year, my teacher stopped at the book fair for us to buy books. On the way back from lunch, if you had money with you, you got to shop at the fair. If you didn't, you sat on the floor in the entrance to the library. Our classmates came back with bags of books, and we just sat there on the floor, waiting.
I never had money to buy anything at the book fair, so I couldn't get anything. It didn't feel right to be in the library and not be able to get books.
This is an amazing poem by Nikki Giovanni. I'd like to read it to you. A library is a place to be free, to be in space, to be in cave times, to be a cook, to be a crook, to be in love, to be unhappy, to be quick and smart, to be contained and cautious, to surf the rainbow, to sell the dreams, to be blue, to be jazz, to be wonderful, to be you, a place to be, to be. That poem and these reasons help explain why we love our library so much. We want every library to do these 5 things really well. Thank you.
Thank you for letting us be here, and have a great day and be the greatest librarian you can be.
Thank you for letting us share our experiences and knowledge with you today.